when somebody wants warmth.
Yeah, it's very warm. Peace and love, African family. Peace, love, and sunlight. This is Ankeru from Jam Tours Africa family, and we just came back from our vacation. And we're gonna do a little shopping at Kafo at the Two Rivers Mall. So I just wanna take you guys with me while I have maybe some small conversation on the way, family. So this video I just want to let you guys know because I see a lot of comments on the video that I last did, and I just want to let you guys, hope you guys will actually learn from my experience here in East Africa. And as you guys know, East Africa is way different from West Africa, family, so I'll just do this video so you guys can learn and understand, family. Just events that happened to me, and when I look back, I say, if I did understand the people of East Africa, what happened to me would never happen to me, family. Because as you know, West Africa is just like everybody's one, like Jamaica. And coming from Jamaica, where it's colonized, and you don't understand that. Is when you come to Africa, you start to understand tribes and how people behave and the attitudes and stuff. And I never really noticed that in Ghana. But when I came to Kenya, I noticed that, family. And when I backtrack and I start to reflect on some of the events that happened to me, I started to say to myself, shit, if I didn't know all of these things, I would never do these. I never do these things, family. So as I wake up, actually, I was thinking about the situation, and I was saying to myself that, why when Dee Mwango was actually complaining to me about Marwa taking her money and borrowing her money and he's not paying her back and she don't want to give him no more, why I never take it so serious. And I was saying to myself that I just look at it slightly and never really, as you know, it's their YouTube thing and they're making their little small money, but when I think about everything, I said to myself that you have to be careful when somebody say they come from an humble background. And when they see you like somebody that maybe has it all, you have to be very careful, family. Because, when I think about it, I say to myself that, people say they come from a humble background, but when they actually get connection with people like maybe ahead of them in certain things, they actually come in to take what you have, family. Because all of these little small things I see happening around me, I never really take it as nothing, family. It's when I backtrack now and I watch some of the videos that they did in the apartment, and I watched the 2 videos David Jr. said that this is an empty space and somebody will move in. But Marwa come and say this is my sister apartment and she's gonna turn it Airbnb. And Marwa and David Jr. was at the apartment. David Jr. is the one that helped the sister to actually move in the small things then before I came to Kenya. And David Jr. actually was there when I sent the money and everything, family. It's my Airbnb account, everything was on the family. So I'm saying to myself that Mara coming and saying those things is just to show that, is like what he's doing to the sister, this is actually forcefully, not willfully. It's alright for a brother, to actually ask the little sister for something. Is that okay, sweetie?
For what?
For your bigger brother to be like, ask buy your things.
To be honest, I feel like it's not good because I'm the one who should be borrowing you as my elderly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if I have in a nice way, maybe like if I have it and my elder brother doesn't have, I can give it to you, but not you borrowing me, because
But that's what I said. This all come from the humble background, family. Be careful when somebody say they come from a humble background. Be careful when somebody is coming from like.
Also, I don't think somebody should be saying it on their self like, hey, I'm humble, like I'm from a humble background.
But that's what I'm saying, family. A lot of people take these things and they pity people when they say, "Oh, I come from a humble background." They pity them, family. And I'm saying to myself, you should never pity somebody for saying that. And if you go into somebody that you go into business with somebody who say they come from a humble background, they're coming to take what you have and they're coming to cheat you out.
Everything.
Yeah, sweetie. I'm like, when I think about the situation, I'm saying to myself, when I think about the situation, family, I'm saying to myself, all of these events that happen and all of these things, these people, they come from a humble background. I come from a humble background to family, but through personal development, I actually advance myself and know how to behave and know how to act. And, you know, being honest and being like, you know what I mean, you know, good morals and certain things I know that I won't be doing. I won't be like taking somebody things.
But you don't do that to people.
Yeah, that's so wrong family.
Even us, we come from humble backgrounds, do we talk?
Most people who come out of slavery, most African people come from the same thing you go through in Jamaica using pit latrine, same things here. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Marwa, them come from the same background as any Jamaicans. Once you're not coming from like a uptown Jamaica, or you're coming from the countryside, all Jamaicans actually go through slavery, and everybody have to go through the same process of coming up and finding their way through life. And there's no family with wealth that has anything for you.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, you know, I'm just doing this video, guys, to educate you and hope you can learn something from this, that if you're looking to coming back to the motherland, you have to be careful, you know, of what you're doing. I know you invest your money, because you will end up after going back home with nothing. When you move everything to Africa saying you want to come and live, I know in your DNA you're actually attached to Africa, and that's where you want to be, and that's where you feel the most free to move around. That's where you feel more happy. That's where you feel at peace. So, you know what I mean, you might stay in the States or in the West, make all of your money, you want to bring it back here. But if you come in here, you have to understand tribes. In East Africa, tribes is very important. If I didn't know that if I did actually learn these things, there's certain things that I do, I would never do it, because I would know what tribe actually match my way of life and way of doing business and way of like you know, the characteristic of how I think and all of that. I would actually use that to guide me in who to deal with and who to, you know what I mean, to be around.
But also I feel it's good you came across them.
Yeah, because
everything in me, I don't normally regret bad things happening to me, like or meeting bad people along the way for you to reach there. If I come across a bad person here, but eventually I'll reach there, it's okay. At least you've learned your lesson.
Yeah, because honestly, if I never get out of those situations, really,
because
I feel maybe I'll be back in Jamaica because of all of these things that happen.
You understood the people of Kenya and all that. And so far, like when we go to the market, so far now you've understood tribes.
You understand, like
how
they behave. Yeah.
We are not being tribalistic, but to be honest, there are certain people, just talking to them can just spoil your day, and you know, there's negative energy. People who don't know how to talk. Let me say it like that. People who don't know how to talk. The people who are not just humble, not because of where they come from, but I guess their tribe betrays them. We say their tribe is betraying you.
Yeah, family. So I'm just making this video. I don't want it to be too long, family. But this is just what come into my head. If I actually understand, you know what I mean, when the sister telling me all of these things, I should have known all of these things, that the brother is the one controlling everything. And you know what I mean, and it's not willfully, it's forcefully. So you guys can just imagine, and you know, when you think about the sister, you know, on many occasions make more money than Marwa on YouTube.
But Bill,
based on our views and what she and so
I've come to learn something. When we say this one is borrowing, what are we saying? When we say Marwa is borrowing, then me, I feel like sometimes is I don't know whether I should say upbringing. I don't use the word upbringing, but I think it's just a person. But sometimes I feel like it's upbringing, because we've been taught to be contented, whether you have small. We've not. I don't know how to borrow. I don't know how to ask for something. Give me 1,000 shillings. I mean, how?
Yeah, and that's the thing, him doing all of this.
Unless you see I need it, and then you be like, take these, you get these, you know. But I don't know how to ask for something.
Yeah. And that's the thing, to how Marwa behave and to how he was saying about the apartment and what the sister said to me, I know that it's forcefully. And if she don't do it, she'll be get cut off like how him cut off David Jr. Like how him cut off David Jr. is the same way he will do to the sister if he asks for money and she don't give it to him. And
I think it's upbringing, because let me bring this thing that when we were saying coming from a humble background, and you know, we all suffer the same thing, like going on pit latrines and stuff. I think it's upbringing on borrowing, because if you ask me, I remember sometimes like salt, you'll go less of salt, like maybe my mother forgot to buy salt or anything. You know, we'd rather eat food without salt.
Yeah.
But she won't go and borrow her neighbor, not because you don't want, but I've not seen my mother borrowing, I've not seen my father borrowing, so we don't know how to borrow. We don't know how to beg.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's like, you know what I mean?
You know, sometimes you'll just suffer on yourself, and you'll be like, yeah, I can do it.
So I'm actually watching Marwa videos in Jamaica, and it's the first time I see he's actually going so frequently to the ATM. I see he went there, you know, this recently, and he said, I wonder if it will work. So what he's saying that it seems like money is low on the card, and he was saying to himself, but Jamaica, nothing in Jamaica is for free. You have to pay your way. Any man you carry behind you or pick you up somewhere. Yeah, it's not like in the US where you can actually have Ivan them and have some people from Africa that will help you and buy your food and buy your clothes.
Including your boxes.
I get it suit and get it camera. In Jamaica you have to pay. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm just saying this to say, family, that you know what I mean, that it's just to actually help you guys to understand tribes. There's certain, when you come into an African country, you have to do your research. You have to know the type of tribe that actually match your personality.
Actually, they have
because